folks, Fat Guy Flies RC coming to you from a very windy day here at the Ailerons Avon Park Aero Modelers Club. We're going to take up the Maiden on the SZD-54 from Ailerons RC. This is a power glider slash sailplane slash fun to fly all around kind of plane. Now she's got double wheels in the front for landing, hard plastic skids underneath the wings, and then a hard plastic skid down here at the tail. Y'all watch the unbox and build video, and she got flaps, and so she's going to need at least a 5-channel receiver. But there we go. We got here. Let me show you my flaps there. There's takeoff flaps, landing flaps, and I'm running with 100% throws over 30% expo all the way around. So we're going to take off. I'm not going to use takeoff flaps, not going to need it with this wind. I'm going to take off in that direction because that's where the wind is coming out of. And remember, if you're new to this hobby, and one of the things to help you with success is take off into the wind and land into the wind. So here we go. And the wind will force the prop to fold back when you don't have power engaged. Now with this plane, I like to hold it right behind the flaps and just kind of give her a good forward chunk. All right. Whoa, a little squirrely. Big, elegant glider. Boy, she's fighting that wind though. Now I've got an AR620 antenna-less receiver. Motor's off now. Running a 2200 smart pack, and I'm just holding her still in that wind. She's so stable. All right, let's go ahead and no power right now. Gliding, just gliding. You get a glider up like this, get enough wind, and you can just float and float and float. All right, I'm gonna get power for wind penetration. All right. All right, see if we can do a loop. There we go. Big barrel roll.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
But as you can see, the wind is definitely messing with her. So you can imagine on a nice calm day. On a nice calm day, how nice she would be. Now I've got that 2200 pushed forward just a little bit to give me a more forward CG for wind penetration. You can run anywhere from a 1500 up to maybe a 2700 3S in her. She doesn't need much. Let's see if we can't land this thing. All right, we're all going to do flaps just to slow her down just a little bit. I don't know, I'm going to go further out and bring her in at a distance because she just wants to float and float and float. All right. Yeah. She may not want to come out of the sky. She's got so much lift. You get this out on a hot day where the earth has been baking all day long.
Landing flaps.
And you can ride them thermals and get up high and then just stay up. All right, You want to pause the camera for just a minute while I walk out and get it? All right, went out and got it. Let's continue on. A little better of a launch that time. You know what, I hate calling my shots, but I'm gonna try land her on a runway. I did! Prop secured. All right. I wish it wasn't so gosh darn windy. We could do a little more performance, but I'm just trying my best just to keep her from crashing. But I tell you what, she's very stable, and like I said, I've got no kind of gyro or anything. It's an AR620. I'll show you just, let's take her up one more time. And those wheels did their job. Kept that fuselage up off that geotech. All right. And you look, I just barely pushed her forward. Now she's gonna, if you give her a little bit of juice, she's gonna climb a little bit, and that's fine. She's a sailplane / power glider. Come by with the wind. I'm gonna put some black stripes on the underside of those wings. I'm gonna turn back towards the highway now. All right. Yeah, great glider. I had this before when it was first released, and I could just kick myself for selling her. All right, well folks, that big shout out to Hobby Zone for that. That is the Ailerons SZD-54. Let me go get her. I want to show you something.
Prop secured.
Prop secured. As I bend over in front of the camera there, and get a big view of Fat Guy Flies RC's butt. Now, I highly suggest if you get this plane, is out here, the weakest part of this plane is from here out. Your wing spar stops right here, okay? So be careful on your landing, okay? Don't, when you're coming in for a landing, don't curve in and then try to land. Make yourself a nice, longer, level approach and then land, because you don't want to run the risk of this cartwheeling, because that's the first thing it's going to do. This wing is going to snap off from this point down. Okay, so that's the only, I wish they had like a curved spar or something that would extend all the way out, but it doesn't. Let me show you, nice latch. That little pocket right there, it just screams for an AR620. I didn't have to play double side tape or anything. There's a little pocket there, that AR620 just sits in there perfectly, like it was custom made for it. And little wingtips slide off. That's where I've got the 2200. I flew for, well, hold on, at least a minute, or at least 3.5 minutes. So I'm going to guesstimate about 50% left on that battery at least. So let me let's just see how close that guy is. 2200. Y'all can start placing your bets now. Oh man, 65%, even better. All right, well folks, there you go. Nice strong latch. My rates are 100% throws over 30% expo. Let me show you my flap settings. Okay, that's takeoff flaps, which really you don't even need, but I just got a little bit. And then that's full landing flaps. When she starts slowing down, just be aware of that, okay? And I don't have a elevator to flap mix. I just kind of do that by feel. My flap settings are 100% positive up for flaps up, 0% for takeoff, and negative 100% for landing with no, oh, I do have a 10% down mix with takeoff, but, and then, oh yeah, and I do have a 25% down with landing. I didn't think I did, but apparently I do. Well, I didn't, kind of hard to tell with this wind if that was effective or not. But I would always suggest, if the manufacturer doesn't say and you haven't watched another video on it and to see how it reacts, I always say no elevator mix to flat mix until you fly her and see how she reacts and then adjust accordingly. So, well, there you go, folks. That is the Ailerons SZD-54. Sent to me by Hobby Zone. Thank you, Hobby Zone, for a review. Great flying, stable plane. If she can handle this wind, and this, look at them flags there. If she can handle this wind and fly as stable as she did, you just imagine you take her out on a nice day. Folks, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And that is the Maiden, first time I've ever flown her, of this one, of the Ailerons SZD-54 Power Glider. Y'all have a good one. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then planes. Bye-bye, y'all.